think it's time to lose that belly, bro.
Bro, I've been trying. I can't even lie.
It doesn't seem like it. You ate chips today?
I did. Bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I've been eating chips all my life. It's part of being authentic. I want to be authentic, bro. I don't want to lose my authenticity.
What are you talking about?
Okay, we good. As you see, I went from being very fat to now. I mean, nah, but all jokes aside, kind of wanted to play around with the intro. I never made something creative like this. Maybe not like the most thought-provoking intro, but whatever. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is things regarding my YouTube channel. So for the people who've been watching my videos, you probably see that I'm kind of all over the place. I'm posting this topic, this format, and I mean it's part of my journey. From the side, it can look like a YouTube is a simple thing. You turn on a camera, you edit, and you post. There's so many things going into that. What I don't like about my previous few videos is that I'm kind of taking like this guru angle, like my previous video on self-respect. When I kind of look back at the video and like I looked at it objectively, like how another person would see the video, it wasn't, I don't know, it sounded like I was really trying to give people advice, like do this, do that. And that is what I'm really trying to avoid. At the end of the day, I'm just a normal 18-year-old. This YouTube channel was just meant to document my life. I just really want to document my life in a very like cinematic way, you feel me? That's why I'm learning to apply all these filters and all that stuff. I really like it. Lately, I've been journaling a lot to kind of figure out how I want to like build my personal brand. The whole thing, where I'm trying to head my channel to, is just to document my life or towards becoming the best man I can be and towards reaching my goals. I want to share my lessons, my losses, my wins, what I'm doing. Maybe I'm gonna start a business, maybe I'm gonna do this. I'ma just document. Another thing I should probably do is set out some goals. I will think about this, but I think it would be more fun for y'all to watch my videos if we would have like some kind of goal to head to, because right now it's aimless. I'm just posting whatever. But again, this YouTube channel is in the workings. I'm gonna figure stuff out, but this is not the topic of the video. I really want to talk about the importance of using systems in my life. I want to start off by saying that a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago, I used to really watch a lot of Hamza and self-improvement YouTube videos. And they kind of like tell you this message of creating systems for your life. If you want to improve, you got to set yourself goals and you got to make systems to achieve those goals. So that is in a way what I used to do. Maybe I didn't have the best systems in the world, but I had systems. I was planning my days. I was kind of like thinking of what to do, just kind of have some structure in my life. Now, my past year, it was a very different kind of year in my life. I don't know, I just wanted like to try out living in a different way. I put myself away from self-improvement videos, self-improvement books. I didn't really read books. And one thing that I really stopped doing is setting systems up for my life. So what I mean is I was just doing whatever. That's what I really want to say. I don't know, I just thought that living a good and a happy life means having freedom. And I used to think that having freedom means you wake up and you go with the flow. Whatever the day is gonna bring you, that's what you do. And I used to think that this is how you live, you know? And maybe I'm not saying, there's a lot of different people. What I realized is I'm the type of person who really needs structure. Really needs structure, because if I don't have structure in my life, I'm gonna just do whatever in the worst way possible, you know? I used to really live by my impulses. I was living with the mindset that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, whatever I will want to do, I'm gonna do. I basically used to think that having structure in your life is not really living authentically, which sounds very dumb, you know? Because I don't know what was going in my mind. I sometimes think back how I used to think. I'm like, bro, what was going on in your head? I was living fully of emotions. I used to watch a lot of social media. The gym was never a problem for me. I don't know. It was just a habit since I was a kid. You know, I used to be 7 years old and I used to use a fucking charger to skip a rope, you know? Fitness was always like the thing that was dialed in for me. So the gym, I was staying consistent. But if we are going regarding food, for example, I was eating whatever. I was eating such a bullshit. I kind of look back at the photos from a few months ago. I kind of started gaining fat. I'm not gonna lie. For a lot of people, this is not fat, right? Maybe. For some of y'all, maybe. Yeah, that was fat for me. And that was because I was on a bulk, and I used to think that bulking means eating whatever. So I was gaining more fat than I was gaining muscle. I really cannot articulate how it was, you know? I was just living fully off of impulses, and I didn't have really direction in my life, but I was thinking that that's how I'm supposed to live. To live authentic and a happy life, you gotta have no structure, not to force yourself into things. Now I think completely differently, okay? I gave myself a structure and I feel the best I ever did. Living intentionally is the true happiness in life. At least it is for me. And I mean, if you read the Bible describes the wicked people as people who really live on impulses, who really are not intentional. They're very, irrational. They just do stuff out of emotions, out of impulses, you know? And the righteous people are the ones who live intentionally, who have wisdom, think about what they do. I realized if I want to live a good and a righteous life, I cannot just live off of impulses, because my flesh will want candy, it will want pornography, it will want cheap dopamine like social media. And I could have all the discipline in the world, but if I don't have any systems, the discipline just goes out the window. And another thing that I love about making a system for myself is that when I have a system, I become more firm. If I don't have a system, I really get swayed by other people's opinions, because I'm just going with the flow through life, not really having a direction. When I have a system, doesn't matter if somebody says, oh, you want to go to party with us, you want to go get wasted, you want to go drink. Maybe if I wouldn't have a system, I would just accept, thinking, yeah, come on, let's go. I'm going to just go with the flow. Now that I have a system, even though my flesh would want to go and drink, have fun time, get wasted, that system keeps me accountable to go where I want to go. It's just very hard to improve when I don't have a system, because real growth and real improvement is not really comfortable. It's going against my own desires. What does my flesh want? Again, as I said, it just wants comfort. It just wants cheap dopamine. It wants, all these, I cannot, maybe evil things, whatever you want to call them. So if I really want to improve and grow, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to take discipline. So I need to have some kind of structure. And what really helps me to have structure in my life, first of all, having goals. Those are just like giving me direction in my life. Now, what are my goals for as of currently? My first goal is building a strong mind. My second goal is building a strong body. And third is being purpose driven. Now I'm gonna go more in depth, okay? So what I mean about building a stronger mind, that means getting to know myself better, building self-awareness, building discipline, just overall improving my mindset, just learning things, journaling, just to become a better person, just to become more resilient. Building a stronger body is very self-explaining, but I added new things because again, gym was a very easy thing to stick to for me. New thing, the hardest thing to stick to is a diet. Now, I'm not saying a diet in a way that like I'm just eating vegetables, some fruits. No, I mean just cutting out the bad stuff because I really love sugar. I cannot stay without sugar. But for the past like 2 weeks, I've been on sugar and I feel so damn good. Brain fog gone. Energy, a lot of energy. The way that I feel disciplined. I feel good. So keeping on a diet in a way to not eat junk food and not eat sugar, okay? That is very hard for me, but it's very rewarding. And the third thing is adding some cardio. I don't do any cardio, but what I started doing recently is doing morning fasted cardio. So either I go for a run, either I skip a rope, or I will start cycling. Tomorrow I will try some cycling. I heard this is a very like good zone 2 cardio to burn your fats. We're gonna see. And the third thing, purpose driven, that means working on my personal brand, learning skills like finances, entrepreneurship, communication skills, sales, just building value for myself in life. So these are my 3 main goals in my life right now. And I can have goals, but I can still not have any structure. So what I do is these goals influence my daily routine. Every single night before I go to sleep, I dedicate 10 minutes to plan my whole next day. So I look at my goals. Okay, these are my goals. Build a stronger mind, build a stronger body, be purpose driven. When I plan my day, I make sure to incorporate actions that build these 3 things. I'm gonna give you an example. Today, my day looks like this. It's still very early. I still got some things to do. This is part of my daily routine, what I plan for myself. So I'm gonna go day planning, okay? I write in Lithuanian, so I'm gonna try to kind of translate. Wake up at 8:30 a.m. Cold shower, hygiene, go for a walk. Meditate, pray, and read the Bible. Journal. That is my morning routine. It's kind of long. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Now, my session 1, this is like purpose driven session, So my morning was a session to build my mind, So meditating, cold shower, reading my Bible, journaling, it's all dedicating to building my stronger mind. Then my purpose driven, finish editing the video, which I just posted right now. The video, so for you it's probably gonna be the previous video. It's a video about journaling. Go watch it. I love journaling. You're gonna know why I love journaling. So I just use my notes like this, you see? So I still got things to do today, you see? Every single night I sit down and I write all of this, okay? Some days when I forget to do this, I'm not even lying, I wake up and even though I kinda know what to do, I don't know, it just affects me mentally. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just the type of person that needs to see what is written down. If nothing is written down, I'm gonna just go do whatever. Maybe this is not like the best thing, but I just understand myself. I know what works for me. Some people don't respond well to these at all. I mean, some people feel like they're in a jail cell if they plan their days. For me, it's the opposite. I feel like I'm just wandering throughout my life if I don't plan my days. So planning my days, mandatory. Very important. And this really helps me stay kind of locked in onto my goals. Even on the days that I don't feel good, I feel tired, I feel like I want a cheap dopamine, I open this up and I remember, Noah, you've written this down. What I write down is engraved in stone. Some days, I remember like a week ago, I did a very hard leg day. My legs were kind of shaking. And I don't know why I didn't kind of like take this into my mind, but I wrote down to go running next day. I didn't really think that I did leg day today. I woke up the next day, I'm like, bro, my legs hurt. I open up my phone. I need to go to run. I'm like, bro, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, why you, like, I did a leg day yesterday, but I made myself a rule. If I write something down, it's ingrained in stone. Like, I gotta do it. Doesn't matter how I do it. If I wrote something down, it's gotta be done. So yeah, that's just what I really want to say, I'm just really kind of learning more things about myself. And that is one thing that I'm gonna keep for myself, with myself for life, having structure to my life. If I wanna reach something, I know that I'm the type of person that is not gonna reach anything without structure. Let's say if I wanna build a business, I gotta build structure every single day to build my business. Cause if I'm gonna just go like, go with the flow, yeah, I'm cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I really suggest everyone to try out planning their days, because if you never tried planning your days, you will never really know if it actually works for you or if it doesn't. Because a lot of people may say, oh yeah, planning my days doesn't really work for me. But you never tried it, bro, so you can't really say if it works for you. Just because you are comfortable with something doesn't mean it's better for you. I'd say just try out planning your days for like a week. If it feels better, then just, going with the flow, I'd say stick to it. If it really doesn't feel better, if you are not more productive, if you don't feel more disciplined and happy, you do you, bro. But yeah, that is really it, bro. I'll see you in the next video, my boy.